Hello, I'm going to show you how to build a group information page and really just how to build and start a group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in the Convene Life group, and I'm going to go here to groups. There's two places that you can go to create a group. You can go here, or you can go on the side menu and click the down arrow and it'll show groups here. But I'll just click right here in this main group here, and I'm going to building a group information page. Okay, so if that was what my group was going to be called, then I would go in here and choose an image logo. So everything has a image logo. We use Canva a lot. You can use whatever you want to use to build that group information logo, but you want it to stand out. So in this case, I'm going to use this, building a group information page, and I'll save it in there. It has to be 300 pixels by 300 pixels or more, and then you'll crop it down so it fits in here. May not be over 2,000 pixels in width or height. That would be too big. You have the choice of putting a cover image in, and the cover image needs to be 600 pixels by 150 in height, or you'll get the default one. I'm just going to go with the default one here. Building a group information page. I'm going to just put that in here. The description is where you would put something about the group. So when people hover over that logo, they're going to be able to see what the group is all about and read it before they click and go in there. All right, I'm going to go back to the visibility. Do I want it private? Do I want it public? Or do I want it premiere? If I want it public, everybody can see it. You can still assign it to groups. You can assign it to private groups as well. If I want it private, though, it will be assigned inside of a group, a private group that you own. All right, and then Premiere, or a group that you own. Premiere is where you can sell your content. You set the price either monthly or annually. So it's a way that you can sell access to that Premiere content and that sellable content. So once I hit submit, all right, it's going to show here. It's going to tell me the things I have to do. I have to crop the logo and put my group information in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to crop the logo. You'll see the default cover logo, and I'm going to actually build this really quick and let you see how easy it is to build. And when I'm doing it, I'm going to just use this as an example. I'm going to use Yoke Fellow Ministries and a blog that I did off the main website. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is a YouTube link. So I'm going to copy it. I'll come back over to the page. I'm going to click the video, paste that in, insert that video, and now the video is there. So you can see below here the cursor. I'm going to go back, and this is how you put podcast in. So if you want to put a podcast in, I'm going to come in, I'll click the embed, and I'll copy it. Okay. So again, if I want to show you, I'll click this, and then I'll copy it. So I just copied it. I'll go back to my page. I'm going to put that in there, and I'll paste it. Now, I'll come back to that in a second. You'll see how once we submit the group information, it will all look appropriately like it should in the iframe in the podcast. Okay, so now we have two different mediums. We have video, we have a podcast in there. The next step is I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to just copy the text. I've already saved the pictures, but I'll copy the text here from the website. And I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to, down here, I'm going to paste it. Okay, so when I paste it, it comes out just looking very small. But let's go back in and let's edit it. Let's get this. I'm going to make it, I like it to be pretty big. I always like it to be a different color when you do the header. So I got that, free training, and a lot of times I like to bold it. Now, I don't want these to be small text, so I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger text here. And I'm going to do each one of them in that size text. All right, so there's the text. Okay, and that's it. So the last thing I'll do here in just a minute, I'll come back to this, and I'm going to learn more about the nonprofit, and I'm going to link that to something. But I want to go back to our main thing, and we'll see that we have Vita's picture here, and we have the Yoke Fellow Ministries logo. So I want to add those to this, and I'm going to just click right here besides Vita. Okay. All right. And I'm going to go to pictures, and I already have Vita's picture saved. Okay. Here it is. It's our headshot, and I'm going to add that in there. Now it's going to come out and it's going to look really big or small, but it's going to mess up the text. So I'm going to click on it, and you see these buttons. I can drag it. I can make it bigger. I can keep it the same size. We'll just do it like that. Click on it again. I'm going to see we have float left, float right. I'm going to float it left, and you'll see it'll wrap the text back around it. Now let's go back up here and look at this one more time. We have the Yoke Fellow Ministries logo. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to click here, right by correctional, and I'm going to go pull that other picture. All right, the Yoke Fellow Ministries, I'll pull that. Okay. All right, and it pops it in here. You can see how it messes up, but I'm going to float it right. Okay. So now it's over there, and it's floated to the right. So we have that looking pretty good, and you'll see here in just a minute it'll look a lot like what the page looks like on our main website. But I want to do one other thing. I want to go back to the main website, and I want to click on nonprofit memberships. Okay, so we'll go to this page where it talks about how nonprofits are free if you're in Convene and the things that you have to do to get free access. I'm copying that link, okay, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to highlight this, and I'm going to go to the link button, okay, and I'll paste this in here. Okay, so I'm going to insert the link, and now I can just learn more about our nonprofit. Now it's a clickable link. I'm going to submit the group, okay, ready to see it, ready to save it. I'll save the group. You can see how now this is what it looks like. You have the podcast, you have the blog, the podcast, you have the video, and now you have the page. And if everything looks good, and I think it does, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to publish it. Now if I go back to the community dashboard, we have an available group that we can go to. Here it is. We'll look at it. And there it is. And you can see it looks pretty much just like a podcast, a video, and a blog, right? If you're writing a blog. So that's just an example. You can use this same format when you're creating experiences. You can use the same format when you're creating groups. All right. And let me go back to just the main page one more time so you can see that it is. If I come back to the main Convene page, here it is. And you can see that it pretty much looks just like what it looks like on there. All right, so you can see there's functionality, there's usefulness in Convene. You can use video, you can use podcasts, and you can use blogs. So that's the type of platform that we have in our group feature and the different areas that you can use Convene and just grow whatever it is that you are growing. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit long, but I just wanted to show you the functionality of how you can use Convene. Thank you.